Welcome to the Bolt Suite. In this basic series, we're going to go over the website, everything that you need to know to start making sales, to start fulfilling orders. All of that will hopefully cover in this first few videos. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to your mentor via email or text. All of that is still available to you. Now, you do get this like short introduction right at the start, but sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. We're just going to go through everything just in case here, just so you know exactly how everything is going to work. And we'll start touching on marketing as well. And look, I know a lot of people that are coming into this are new. It's their first online business or their first e-commerce store, their first time selling a product online. And so, you might have some sort of reservations. You're probably thinking you're going to have to spend tons of money when it comes to ads and marketing, and that's not true. Okay. Even we will go over marketing with a $0 budget as well. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit slower. We're not going to be seeing tens or 50 sales a week or anything like that, but we are still going to be able to start generating sales. Even if you have no our marketing budget, that's totally fine. And obviously, the point then is to reinvest that money you make off of making those sales back into the business, specifically, probably back into your marketing, so that you can kind of scale up from there. But that's all stuff we're going to cover later when we get to the marketing bit. So right now I'm going to introduce you guys to the suite. The suite from Bolt can be found here, and then you're going to type in the password that's given to you, and this suite is going to populate. So what I mean by that is this is going to continue to grow. As you basically get through this, your mentor is going to provide you more and more information. But what's going to happen is for the first few videos, we're just going to cover everything when it comes to setting up your store, going live, so that people can actually start shopping and start buying off of your store. And so all of these videos are pertinent to setting up your store and supplier setups and all of that foundational stuff you're going to find right here. You're also going to find other resource information, and again, these are going to become more and more available to you as you get through this. But the basic idea is that as soon as you're kind of done these videos, your store should be live. So there should be a domain set up, your store is live, people can actually start visiting your .com address, and your objective is to share your website address with your mentor. So they'll make sure that it's actually working and that it's live, that all the pages are set up correctly, that the customer can actually check out. So if someone tries to buy something, they can actually pay you. They're going to make sure that your payment processor is set up as well, so that whether you want the money to go into your PayPal account or Stripe account or bank account, whatever it is, we're going to also cover that here in this video. But your mentor is just going to double check. As soon as they double check and everything looks good, then they're going to unlock the next few videos, which are all marketing and all of that. So there's no cost, obviously, but they just want to take things step by step in this, and not just dive you into head first into everything. So back to the website. Let's start off with this corner menu. You have pages, ad widgets, global styling, funnels, settings, and website preview. This is going to be so foundational in scaling your business, and some of these tools are incredibly important. But let's just start off with the basics. This first page, this is your home page. Now, as you scroll over this, you're going to see that, as you scroll over the text, you can edit the text, you can highlight different pieces, and yes, you can space it down, space it back up. You can do all kinds of things. Same with the images. There's columns here, so you can add columns, you can remove entire columns if you wanted to. And delete them, or you can change the background. There's just a ton that you can do here. Now, what we recommend is start getting used to it. Start, moving things around. Don't move too much around, obviously, and you always have this undo button right here. But after you make changes, you can save them as well. But don't change too much, because again, we have designed these websites to sell, so we know exactly what works and what doesn't. So just keep that in mind. But if you do want to change things, like here it says company, you can change your store logo, and that's totally fine. And we can design a logo for you based on a brand name that you choose, and there's no cost to that. So if you choose a specific brand name, let us know, and we'll design a bunch of different logo mockups for you so that you can apply that logo not only to your website, but we can send that logo to the supplier and they can give you custom branded mockups. So for example, have your logo on the product here or on the chair here or something like that. And also custom brand the product so when the customer gets them, they're all custom branded. All of that is possible, and we take care of that logo design for you for free. So we can do that, and so changes like that are totally fine. Also, if you go into About Us, you're gonna see like for most of your stores, the About Us is already done as well. So we already kind of filled everything out. Same thing with the Contact Us, but here, this is where you might want to add things. So for example, yours might look something like this. And so in the support email, you don't want to give your personal email. You know, you want to give like an email that is kind of dedicated to the company. So add that there. If you want to provide a phone number, you can add that. And if you want to provide an address, you can do so as well. One option you do have is adding the warehouse address for your supplier, and that's totally cool as well. So you can do that there just to look a little bit more legit there. But the whole point is obviously not to look like a, everyday run of the mill drop shipping company. Although we are drop shipping, although you're not buying up a bunch of inventory up front, we still want to look like a absolutely premium brand. And so that was the point behind the design of your store. So all of that's already set up. Now, what I just did was I went into products, and your store pages are already set up as well. So if you go to your store pages, you're going to see the collections and the products and everything is there. But one way you can add things. So let's just say you want to add a new page. So you have all of these pages, you want to add a page. You can go into pages, and these are all of the pages that are currently on your website. This is all the pages in your menu. If you want to edit this menu, just hover over it, click edit menu, and you can move things around so you can change, obviously, the order. You can also add new menu items. All of this is available for you here. And again, this does take a little bit of a learning curve, but you also have all of your pages here. And so if you want to add a new page, you can add a regular page, a portfolio, a pop-up, or a page group. You can also add a blog page. So if I wanted to do that, save those changes and then add a blog page. Okay, now we can discard them. Now we've got a blog page going on. So now we can add a blog to our website. And obviously, guys, the hack here is use ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT and have it write you free blogs. Add a whole blog section, and now you're like ranking on SEO fast. So say literally, write me a whole article on the 5 best skincare routines. It'll write you that and make sure to add make it SEO optimized for skincare for Google, and it'll give you a blog post that's optimized for Google, and literally just add it to your blog post. Use ChatGPT, populate your website. It just gives it much more of a legit look. It lets people know that you're kind of a specialist in your niche, but obviously proof check whatever ChatGPT puts out. So you have all of your pages here. You can add a new page. So now I can add all of these different kinds of page groups. I can add a regular page, and I have all of these templates available to me. So I don't have to start a page from scratch. I can, but you have coupon pages, you have login register pages for those of you who want to add a membership portal. You have pricing pages coming soon, a bunch of them. Lead generation, these are going to be really important when we go to marketing, because we're going to start capturing people's emails. We're going to start capturing emails and phone numbers, and all of this is going to be automatic. But we're going to be capturing their emails, and we're going to be sending them every day. We're going to be sending them emails or SMS text messages about sales, about new, news, outlet news, things like that, new collection releases, things like that, to get people to keep coming back. That is the most important thing, specifically when it comes to Facebook and Instagram marketing, as well as TikTok marketing. Most people who are on TikTok are not looking to buy a product. Most people on Instagram are not looking to buy a product right then and there. So we need a way to get them to come back. And it's all like built in, and there's no cost, by the way. So it's all built in, and we're going to talk about this when we get to marketing. But we have a bunch of different pages, webinars, checkout pages, and all of this most of this is already done for you. There's nothing that you really need to be doing here, but I'm just going through this just so you know that there's a lot of templates, but you can add empty pages as well. If you go to this plus icon, these are a bunch of different widgets that you have. So for example, on our landing page, we probably want a countdown timer. So the landing page might be like, sign up to get a free a box of I don't know, candy or something like that. And there's a countdown timer underneath the sign up form, and we can count to time or count to date. Let's do that and end it on a specific time. Okay, close. I do not like how it's so wide. So I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And I don't like how it's like stuck, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Boom. So now we have a countdown timer. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. This eyeball, by the way, is just a website preview, so you can see how everything looks just like that. But that countdown timer is now there. So this plus is literally a bunch of different widgets that are specialized for different things. Like, so basic is text, container, images, all of these things that you can add anywhere on your website. Then you have the sales section if you want to add stores or order summaries, whatever it might be. Lead gen is up here, so this is to grab people's emails, which we'll talk about later. Media, so galleries, audio, videos, all of that can be added, as well as other. So if you want to, custom code a specific section or embed something from a different website or add a map, I mean, we've done that on this website as well. So I can literally just go here. I'll show you what a map looks like. Boom. So that's the map, and obviously we can make it a little bit bigger. And for most of us, we like to add this on the About Us page as well, just to, again, kind of build up that legitimacy. Now, one thing that you can do that is super powerful is sign up for Google My Business. So use your home address as your Google business address, but you can hide your personal address from the public. So when you're signing up for your Google My Business, hide your personal address from the public, but you just need to give Google your personal address, and then you can start collecting reviews on Google. And that's big because, one, that helps you rank on Google, but also now you can add it to your map and add your reviews and everything to your website as well. So it really helps kind of build your brand online. And in addition to obviously your website. So you have all of this happening. That's basically what this plus does. We already talked about pages. Global styling is global themes. So this has a specific theme and colorway that you're seeing, this black and white, and this gray color. You can change that global styling here. Funnels we'll talk about later. This is all a marketing bit, right? This is all automated marketing, automated sales. When it comes to website settings, this is where you have your store name. You can add a favicon, which shows up on Google Chrome tabs. You can then add your domain. So now we want to add a custom domain. So it might be orbit12platform.com, for example. Please log into your DNS. So this is how we're going to set it up. And we can help you guys with this. Don't worry about it. It's pretty fast. It's actually really fast. But what we recommend is getting a domain from GoDaddy, just because they're super cheap. It's like $4 a year. So get yourself a domain, a domain that obviously represents your brand. So whatever .com, so in my case, since the store name is Danica, it might be danicafurnitureco.com or something like that, whatever is available. And we'll add that here. And then this is all the changes that we need to make. So in GoDaddy, you're going to go into your DNS settings. You're going to go into host name, and it literally has host name, record type, and you can add these values. Click save on GoDaddy, and that's basically it. Within 24 to 48 hours, that's what it takes usually. Usually it's done like within a day. It's basically going to have your website live with that domain. So it's going to be connected to your domain. Then you have languages. Obviously, by the way, like when you set up your domain and connect it, that doesn't mean your site is live yet, right? Because right now, if you look down here, it says trial account. So that just right now it's just not live. We'll get to that later in this video, hopefully. Then we have language and time. This doesn't really need to be changed. The time is really for checkout. So when a customer checks out, that's what they see. Don't worry about applications, system emails. These are like thank you emails. These are emails that are for custom checkouts. So if someone makes a new order, this is what the email will look like. And just to show you guys this, you can save. So it might be, in my case, it'll be Danica, just like that. And there's no, okay. So let me just add 67 and see if it saves. Yep. Okay, so this is what the order is going to look like. It's going to have our website address there. It's automatically going to add to that. It's going to have the order name, the order status description, so whatever the customer purchased, the product name, the picture of the product that is on your store, and it's just automatically going to make this invoice and send it to the customer, so the customer has that, order confirmation email. And there's a bunch of other ones in the systems emails, so you're going to see all of these different email automations here. Automations, this is so powerful. We'll talk about that and campaigns later, but that's all for later. So you saw that it moved us from Builder all the way over to Amazon Automations. This is a whole master menu, which we'll talk about in just a bit, but just going through the final website settings as well. We have personalization. So nothing really to change here. Then you have URL redirect, which you don't need to worry about either. So that's really all there is. File manager, this is where you can see all of the images that are held on your website. And you can also see other things like, your all the files. So if you have like a PDF file that you're sharing for your lead gen or whatever, it's going to be there. Again, we'll talk about that later. So that's all there. Again, it's a bit of a learning curve, but it's very simple. It's really drag and drop, nothing too deep or detailed, and nothing that you really need to change right off the bat. Right now we can focus really on making those sales and getting live. So right now we can just focus on getting live, then we'll focus on making sales, and then once we've got things running running kind of smoothly, we'll kind of step back and start really personalizing the details. So don't worry about everything here too much. So that was Builder. Now I can go to Store. This is where you'll see all of your products. So this is a simple store setup. All of your products should be here under the Products tab. You'll see all of them here. And if you click on a product, this is where you can edit the images or add more images. So you can add a bunch of different images. You can choose product categories, which we already do for you. And then you can do, track inventory if you have inventory, and obviously edit that, variations. So this might be sizes and different things like that. A custom thank you page. So a custom page you want customers to go to. You can also really get creative. So right now the product description is just a bunch of text. Well, you can click drag and drop. You can do add a widget, and now, yes, I can add something like the countdown timer again. Well, oops, okay, I didn't. Here we go, and you have to select like a day or time to actually, there we go, to actually have that available. And I can keep adding widgets. So this basically just gives me, or what's really important, yeah, accordion. This is big because this can quite literally be a frequently asked section. So I'm just going to give that some space. I'm also going to add another widget here. I'm going to add some text right above this, and I'm going to do frequently asked questions. I'm going to lower this a bit. I'm going to change. There we go. So frequently asked questions. This is major because a lot of people, when they're buying a product, yeah, reviews matter, and you can have reviews here as well. But a frequently asked questions section addresses those frequently asked questions that people might have. So as you're running your store and people start asking you questions about different things, record those questions so you can address them right in the product description. And that's powerful, right? So this is basically how you would edit your product. It's all right there. And all of your products are going to show up here as well as the categories that you have set up. You can add and delete categories, but we've already done that for you. Orders are going to show up here, and this is again your product dashboard. So all of your sales, orders, average order value, subscription orders, upsells and downsells. These are people who bought from your follow-up emails or whatever. We'll talk about later. And then top performing products specifically. So all of that is there. These are your subscriptions. You can create discount codes as well to share with customers, and obviously then they'll get a discount, and you can really customize how the discount applies. This is layout and styling. So this is how your product page looks on your website. Then you can customize how it looks on the listing page, your checkout page, your cart page, all of it, your cart quick view, all of it can be customized. So and you can style it so you basically have complete control to make sure that your product pages or checkout pages reflect your branding as well. But we have done all of this for you also, so you don't really need to change anything here. This is just where you would change it if you wanted to. And then you have store settings. So these are all your store details. Payments, this is where you're going to connect your payment providers. So these are all the payment providers available. A payment provider is basically how you get paid. So if you want to get paid at all, which I'm sure you do, this is where we're going to have to do it. So you can connect your PayPal account and basically hit connect, and it'll connect, or connect a Stripe account. What we recommend is Stripe. for most customers. You don't need to have a Stripe account already. You can literally hit connect and sign up for it today, and you know, you'll be ready same day. So it's not a long process, but you can connect more than one. So what we recommend is have Stripe for sure, and if you want to add another one, add PayPal as well. So these two are the best ones, but this is where once this is set up, then a customer can complete checkout, and that payment is going to be deposited into your bank account or debit card or your PayPal account or your Stripe account, whatever it might be, so that you can start obviously using your money. And then this is your checkout, privacy policy, refund policy, and term service. These ones literally use ChatGPT and let it make them for you. So go to ChatGPT, say, make a privacy policy for my brand name blank in state of blank in the USA, and it'll give you a whole privacy policy, and copy and paste that here. We're really, you know, pushing AI here as well, and we're going to talk about AI in marketing as well, because it is a game changer for small brands. So that's all that you need to do in settings, is really just set up your payments. You have all these other things like shipping. So if the free shipping, boom. And then if everything from blank to blank is going to cost a certain amount and applied for global, confirm, free shipping for everything. You know, so if you have a free shipping promotion, you can do that. Your specific shipping cost is going to come from the supplier. So if you do want to talk to them about how much shipping is going to cost you, definitely reach out to them, and they'll be able to take care of that for you as well. So that's the store tab. That's everything that you need to know in the store tab to get started. Next, we are going to go into contacts, and the contact section is basically all the people who are subscribed to your website. We're going to talk more about this when we get to marketing. These are all your customer messages. So every time a customer submits a form, like a contact us form or something like that, you're going to see all of that here. Bookings and appointments. People can set bookings and appointments with you, and you can get really creative. So if you have like a skincare store and you want to start offering things like appointments for customers, obviously this is now we're getting really involved, right? If you want to run this as a passive side income, don't even worry about this. But if you really want to get involved, you can add bookings and events and things like that. Email automation, this is so powerful. We'll talk about this later, by the way. And then you have settings, so you can, you know, do all kinds of different customizations to your emails and to your outreach. So that's all of your contacts. This is where you can see all of them. And when a customer buys a product, you'll see that here. If a customer subscribes to become a member, you'll see that here. So all of that's going to be here. Appointments, obviously, we just talked about. If someone signs up to schedule an appointment, you'll see that here. And then emails and automations, super powerful tool, also included in this whole package for you. And this is where we're going to really start generating sales automatically. This is where it's going to happen. So we'll talk about this more in the marketing email, but we're going to be setting up automations, and these are going to be going for days, you know, so, and it's all automatic. But again, we'll talk about all of this in the next few videos. So that was a really, really quick breakdown of your website. Now you'll see here that you have this website, and you have funnels and website. You know, you have these two things. Don't worry about this too much right now. We are going to create funnels. Specifically, we're going to talk about sales funnels. If you've never heard that word before, sales funnels is how you generate sales. You know, you don't just send someone from like an ad to a checkout page. It's never going to work, and it's never going to work. Even if it does work, it's never going to be consistent. It's not going to be a system that you can be like, yeah, I know I'm going to get specific amount of sales every single day. And that's what we want to get to in this, you know, in this business. And so what we need to get to that point is a sales funnel that makes it super easy for us to know that, hey, for example, if I put $1 into my ad, I'm getting a sign up. Or if I put $3 into my ad, I'm getting a conversion. And if that conversion is $5 profit, or if it's $10 profit, then it just becomes a much simpler numbers game. For every $3 I put into this ad, I'm getting a $10 profit. And so scaling up at that point becomes so much easier as well. It also becomes easier estimating how much you're going to make on a month. So you're no longer just, you know, going by the wind. You have something to measure. You have an estimate that's based off of sales funnel data. And so that's why sales funnels are important. They're built right into your website, so there's nothing else you need to purchase. And we'll talk about exactly how to use them to start generating that consistency in your sales, and we'll go over that in the next video. So that was an introduction to your store platform.